And y'all be, whatever.
Oh, you on tape?
Feeling.
You getting your haircut?
Yeah, getting a haircut, you know what I mean?
Was that part of the fighter lifestyle?
Yeah, man, you gotta kind of try to look sharp all the time. I try to, unless I'm in camp, then I just don't even be caring.
What are you getting done to your hair?
Yeah, I'm just gonna get a little shadow fade with a brush cut, with a little, maybe a 1.5 on the top. For my waves to come back.
How long you been growing your beard?
I don't have this shit for them like two or 3 years or something, 2 years.
Do you trim it?
Sometimes, but I ain't cutting it no more. I'm gonna have somebody braid it. Braid it going across.
Speaking of beards, one of the people that kind of popularized the long beard, Kimbo Slice, just recently passed away. Do you remember, what do you remember about Kimbo Slice?
He used to beat up people on the street because he had like decent concept of boxing. And he was in shape, a certain amount of shape for the street. And then when he went to the UFC, he had a little trouble, but instead of them trying to make a mockery of him, they could have just built him up to be a superstar. But they wanted to make a mockery of him instead of building him up.
So in your opinion, what's the difference? You've been in a street fight?
Yeah.
What's the difference between a street fight and just boxing?
Street fight is just wild. And unless you went there with somebody who's been street fighting a lot, but it's still kind of wild. And it only lasts for like 45 seconds. Not even that.
Different than 36 minutes?
Yeah, it's different than 36 minutes with a minute break. I ain't even got no gloves on, but usually when I see people street fight, they trying to punch without getting hit. And they always end up fighting, and then it turn into like a little tussle. If you can't wrestle, then they really don't know how to wrestle. They just keep tussling back and forth.
And people use weapons sometimes.
Yeah, stab you in your damn face.
What you say? That $1.50?
That $1.50. You don't want to get that $1.50.
What about speed pigeons? Have you talked to them?
That's all I got to say about speed pigeons.
Now, okay, Thurman Porter, you said you enjoyed the fight.
Yep. I kind of enjoyed it. It was kind of wild, but just to see somebody take smoke to their face, it was cool.
So is Al Haymon doing it right? Because a lot of people say he's going under. He puts on 7 to 10 mismatches.
They keep saying that, but they still throwing fights. I don't understand. How is he going under? Every time I tell him, man, it's about to be over for Al Haymon, he's still throwing fights. How is it about to be over? Then I seen on Facebook they had one fight. I think it was the Fonfara and other dude. It was like the lowest ratings ever. But then he come back with this one and it's 3 million viewings on that. Man, listen, the man has a degree from Harvard in law. I'm sure he knows his way around, production and how to do things. Bro, he's gonna be just fine. Let him do his twist.
Now, do you enjoy the Premier Boxing Champs?
I love it. I want to be on there, fighting for Al Haymon.
What do you like about it?
Man, just they promote just good fights. Not all the fights are like top level elite fights, but you're not gonna have that. You know what I'm saying? That's what premium TV is for. When you build when you're trying to build a pay-per-view star. But some of the guys you've never seen before, you just get to see a lot of boxing, man. I like it.
And sometimes when they focus on especially some of the fights that aren't major fights, it kind of takes away from the cards because Rasheed Warren, a U.S. Olympian, fought in a rematch of Payano. Fonfara got stopped.
Shout out to Ohio boy Rasheed.
Oh, is that where he's from?
Yeah, he's from Cincinnati.
Okay. Oh yeah, him. I know he's cool with Broner and stuff.
Yeah, he's from Cincinnati.
Yeah, in the main event, Fonfara, they're talking about the numbers, but what about the upset? I mean, a guy that had no name, Joe Smith Jr.,
that's what I'm saying.
knocked him out.
Give somebody a chance who you would have never knew or heard of.
On regular TV.
On regular TV, for anybody, a casual fan, to turn and watch.
Now, I got to ask you this. So, from far, he had, ever since the Adonis Stevenson loss, he had kind of built back up and been looking good. Stopped Chavez Jr. He was looking good in other fights. And what is it about boxing where, what do you think, like, is it easy to stay undefeated like a guy like Floyd Mayweather, Andre Ward?
No, it's not easy. You got to know how to fight. You clearly got to know how to scrap. You can't just, because you got to think.
Because some people say Floyd, like, for example, he cherry-picked his whole career, they say, and that's why he's undefeated, because he picked the right people.
Remember the last 5 opponents, we was talking about people's last 5 opponents, and Floyd's last 5 opponents was like Miguel Cotto, like Robert Guerrero, Miguel Cotto,
Canelo, Pacquiao, Berto.
Like, come on, bro. Like, he could have potentially lost against any of them cats. Not really, but yes. You know what I'm saying? So, you got to look at that and be wary of that. And if you can't fight, the motherfucker's going to get you out of there. So, you know, you got to be able to fight. You just can't stay undefeated. He fought Diego Corrales, rest in peace. He fought Chicanito Hernandez, rest in peace.
Rest in peace.
Gotti, he chopped it. He left him sunny side up. He had 2 sunny side up eggs on his face. Did you see the fight?
Of course I seen the fight.
Yeah, okay then. I just watched it the other day and I was God damn. He was kicking his ass so much I had to turn it off. So I thought I was getting my ass kicked. But man, bruh, he fought a lot of people, bruh. Floyd fought a lot of people that could potentially have went wrong. Like,
I think another thing is people, when the person been in the game 19 years like that, they have the chance to see someone's whole career, but they don't think about where that person was when he fought him. Like, you look at Manfredi and Zab Judah.
Yeah.
Zab Judah, when he fought him, was still a threat. Yeah. He had lost to Baltimore, but he was still fought DeMarcus Corley.
Just side note, for y'all who thought Zab Judah really lost to Baltimore, go and watch the whole fight. Watch it again, because I watched the whole fight, and Zab Judah only struggled like three rounds. Yeah, Baltimore hurt a lot in that, looking stupid.
Yes. So I think they kind of look at the fighter, because you have the whole full spectrum. You can see Zab Judah's recent performances like Danny Garcia or Paulie Malignaggi, but they don't look about what the Zab was when he fought him, because that's what you have to look at. I
agree. But, you know, that's a casual fan. Not everybody studies boxing like we do, so... and everybody think they can know something about boxing when you don't. You can't know shit about it until you actually be studying it and maybe get in there a little bit or do a workout or something and see how they really be feeling. Because I had a cat who from, shout out to my homie Leachy from Akron. He never boxed, and then he was like, seen me boxing and wanted to try it and went home and did a little boxing and was like, bro, I got a whole new respect. You know what I'm saying? Because y'all be tired as hell. How do you do it? Feel me? So.
What's it like to be that tired and have to push yourself because you know you have 3 more rounds or
Bruh,
2?
It fucking sucks. My last fight, I got tired as fuck the last 2 rounds.
How many rounds was it total?
6.
And you 4 rounds in, you was tired, you said?
Yes.
And to have to push yourself with a person trying to take your head off, what is that feeling?
Dawg, it's excruciating. Like, literally it made me change my whole workout regimen up. Well, no, not change it up, but just add shit to my workout regimen so that I would never feel that feeling again. Because I was so fucking tired, like I couldn't do shit. And I still won unanimously by a lot of, like almost all the rounds. Dude only won probably the last 2 rounds when I was tired, but, or 2 rounds period, but it's just hard. But if you got skills, you can know how to work through it and, you know, work through the tiredness, but you can't be explosive and do the shit that you normally do.
Now,
and if you don't have defense, that's the thing. Somebody will bust your fucking pack or start to bust your pack, start to snort them lines. You don't want that.
So turn the fighter into a line?
Yes. Chop you up. And
that pure cane?
Man, pure cane.
That Jones soda?
Listen, let me explain something to the fan. Getting left sunny side up, there's no coming back from that. Once again, Dominic Brazil got left sunny side up. His face.
By who?
By Anthony Joshua. That man is not. Have you seen that man's body? Pause.
Yeah, he's 6'6". Now, I think I talked to you before, and you said, I think you said you hadn't seen too much of Joshua. You did see the Brazil fight?
I didn't even see it, all of it. I just seen when he was hitting him with the shit.
So you think he has a bright future from what you've seen?
Yes, I want to see him and Deontay Wilder. Deontay Wilder said he want to fight him now.
Who would you favor?
Deontay Wilder.
Why?
He fought tougher competition and more experience on the big stage.
So you think that plays a part, Joshua only having 17 fights?
Yes.
Why?
Because, man, once you've been on that big stage that many times, you know how to respond on there. That's why people don't understand with being in there with Floyd Mayweather. It's not just walking in the ring and fighting. It's all the media scrutinizing you 99% of the day. Media days packed when your media day usually not packed like that. You know what I'm saying? It's just so many things on so many different levels.
To add to what you're saying, the one thing I gotta say is Deontay Wilder being in with a credible name like Bermane Stiverne, who has a hell of a chin,
man.
Slick, good heavyweight, good speed. Going 12 rounds is important too for a young fighter, because I think Joshua, all of his fights ended in knockout. I don't think he's been past maybe the 8th round before. So
yes, and you think Deontay Wilder don't know that?
You think that dragging a fighter like that
make him tired?
Say it again.
Take him to fucking deep waters and make him tired.
Like you were in your last fight, the last two?
See, I got DC. We don't know what Anthony Joshua's defense is like. We don't know, you know what I'm saying? So, you take me into deep waters. One of my homies, Tony Hirsch, said it good. He was like, bro, you never gonna get beat up in a fight because you got defense and you know how to take rest, go for walks. Like we was talking about earlier, like some people just don't know how to do things, like far as Amir Khan, not to say nothing bad about him, but he don't have enough tricks as far as that has nothing to do with throwing punches. Like,
oh, see, you know what, actually I interviewed Paulie Malignaggi and he said that. He says he's picking Canelo by knockout because he said, his words were, I don't think Amir Khan has enough time deflectors. And he said it's impossible to stay that busy for 36 minutes with that frenetic pace against a bigger man.
You're right. If you're not just throwing punches, then what do you do when you're not throwing punches? He don't know how to take the man for a walk. He don't know how to catch and slip punches in close quarters and keep a man from breaking him down when he can take a rest. You know, if a man gets you on the ropes, what to do and what not to do against the ropes, not getting square against the ropes. All those things you have to work on when you're boxing, man. You can't just work on scoring all the time. You know what I'm saying? You got to work on all scenarios. You got to work on, like, you get hurt. A scenario when you get hurt and you just going around the ring and somebody chasing you down trying to rip to your fucking body. And you got to, figure it out. You got to learn to tie the man up. Spinning. When a man gets you, when you tie a man up, we got to walk him back to the ropes. You know, it's shit you learn when you boxing, when you in there with, different, not just in there with, it don't matter your coach, but you just got to watch boxing and know what to do. Even if your coach don't give you the gyms and the jewels, you got to know what to do on your own.
Because you're the only one in
there. Yeah.
Another thing is, it's been a minute since we linked up the Canelo-Khan fight, right?
Yeah.
So in that particular fight, I had Khan up like 4 rounds, but the 2 of the 3 judges had Canelo winning. How did you have it up until the point of the stoppage?
No, I had Khan winning every fucking round, bro.
Except for the round 6? You had him winning the first 5?
Yeah, I had him winning the first 5. Easy.
Wow.
Dog,
what was he doing effective?
Dog, just too fast for him, bro. But I could tell though, but this is what I was telling my homie. I said 4 rounds to learning, 4 rounds to get him out of there.
You told me that.
Yeah, I told you that. So 4 rounds to learning. So it's gonna take him 4 rounds to learn, get used
and adjust that speed.
And then within those next 4 rounds, that's when he was gonna do whatever he needed to do. But I seen within the 3rd round, Khan had threw a combination, and Canelo slipped every single one of the punches. And
so he was learning.
Threw another combination, and Canelo slipped every one of the punches again, like back to back. Khan threw like a 4-piece, he slipped it, and Khan tried to throw another 4-piece, he slipped it. And I said, oh shit, he caught the timing of him. You know what I'm saying?
So he learned like the Velociraptors on Jurassic Park. He learned the sequences and learned how to open doors.
He ate that meat. Pause.
Yeah, you gotta say it. Pause. Last time.
Yeah.
Hey. Now, moving back down, because we talking about everything. You know what this is called? This is called the Barbershop. Troy King gets a haircut, chopping it up. So we're just gonna chop it up. What does Khan do next? He said he's moving back down to 47. Would you immediately take your mandatory positioning against Danny Garcia, a guy that's already stopped you off, so coming off of that brutal knockout? Should he take a tune-up fight? Should he rest? What should he do?
Just take 5 bums and just see how the welterweight division pan out, and then get somebody.
So tune-up style fights?
Just get like some tune-ups.
Another question. If the next fight for Danny Garcia is Andre Berto, is that a cherry pick like some of the fans say, or is it an interesting stylistic matchup?
No, it ain't no cherry pick.
Why?
Andre Berto will fucking stop you, bro. Listen, remember when I said that?
You sparred him, didn't you?
Yes.
Okay.
Ortiz camp. I only did a couple rounds with him, but it was good working from sparring him. I'm a lot bigger than Berto, so you know, it's different for me when I'm sparring somebody smaller. But remember I told y'all Berto was the best welterweight if he's on his training every day.
But Speed Pigeons got mad at you.
He got mad because he was jerking it. And listen, bro, if he training every day for the simple fact that how fast he is, and to them cats, he be hitting hard as fuck to them. You know what I'm saying? So he gonna knock you out. He gonna probably knock you out because he's so fast you're not gonna be able to see the shit coming. I said that. You know what I'm saying? The uppercut he hit Victor Ortiz with was so fucking vicious.
We seen that live. We covered that fight.
He tore his ass up, bro. I said that.
All right, so Victor Ortiz has a stigma of kind of having some quit in him. Was that a quit, or was that legitimately chopped and hurt?
He got legitimately done, bro.
Okay, so that was.
You can see the last fight he got hitting with the right, but this one was that uppercut, and off that layoff that Victor Ortiz had, he ain't gonna be able to take no shots like that.
Now, Danny Garcia is a good counterpuncher, and if you bring kind of the fight to him, he usually does good in the wheelhouse. So do you think he could catch Berto with like one of them looping left hooks? Or do you think Berto's speed?
Not with Virgil, no, because they gonna be waiting on that. Because when he fought Floyd, Floyd didn't really get no pull counters off. You know, he was looking for the check hook. He was looking for some of the shit that Floyd do. You know, Floyd still beating easily, but that's just
Floyd, yeah.
Floyd. But Danny Garcia, if you that's like when I said with Miguel Cotto and Canelo. They were like, Cotto land that hook. Well, you don't think everybody knows about that Cotto hook? Like, come on, bro. These motherfuckers been boxing forever, so they gonna be waiting for Danny Garcia to throw that wild ass hook. You know what I'm saying? And they gonna have something for it. So.
Speaking of Cotto, it's not official, but the talk of the town is that they might fight. Cotto might fight Juan Manuel Marquez at 150. They're kind of trying to work out the weight, because Marquez wants him to come down to the full welterweight. But let's say it happens anywhere from 147 to 150, Cotto versus Marquez. Cotto, at this point.
Cotto, because he's still too strong.
Too big for Marquez?
Yeah, he's just too strong for him. Not even big, because they about the same size. But Cotto just too strong for him. Anytime Cotto in there with a real 54-pounder, it's too much for him. You know what I'm saying? But because he ain't that big, too small. But when he in there with, 47 pounds, he can deal with them cats. And Marquez came up too, so I'm gonna go with Cotto.
You think he'd be the first to stop Marquez, or a distance?
Distance, man. Marquez is a nice counter puncher, and you know how to
not get knocked out as a warrior.
Not get knocked out. You know how to not get Pacquiao.
Why you say that?
Because Pacquiao will be getting knocked out by Marquez. Every fight he hurt him and had him fucking almost sunny side up. He had him hard broiled.
So do you think Marquez won more than that one fight in the fourth?
Yes.
You would have gave him other fights versus Pacquiao?
The fight he got knocked down 3 times, even though he was down 3 points or whatever, I thought it depends on how they judge them rounds. You know what I'm saying? But that fight could have went to him. That third fight, definitely.
That's the one I think definitely he won.
He definitely won that shit. I don't know how they gave it to that guy, but hey, I ain't these weak ass judges. These judges be weak.
Why you say that?
Because they always trying to score on what they like instead of on a point system scoring criteria they're supposed to be scoring it on. Because some of these judges, if you scored on effective aggression, defense, accurate punching, and ring generalship, how do you give a fight to Danny Garcia over Lamont Peterson? He didn't do shit. You know what I'm saying? Danny is my man. I'm cool. I like Danny. I'm not cool with him, but I like him. I seen him at the Berto Ortiz fight. He, you know, we said some words with each other, and we was cool with it. You know, but I just thought Lamont beat him. You know what I'm saying? That's all.
Now I gotta ask you this: Troy King opinion, best current welterweight, given everything they've proven to this point. You got Kell Brook, Errol Spence Jr., and I'm not talking about Mayweather or Pacquiao. Exclude them because we already know they're considered the best. But out of the new crop, Danny Garcia, Amir Khan, Kell Brook, Errol Spence Jr., Sean Porter, Keith Thurman. Who's the best?
I'm going with these three. I'm going with Andre Berto, Errol Spence, and Keith Thurman.
No Kell Brook?
Oh, and Kell Brook. You know what I'm saying? But I need Kell Brook to fight somebody else. So I can't go with him because only fought one. He only had one tough fight, and that's with Sean Porter. That was it. I need to see something else from him.
What about Jesse Vargas if they get that done finally?
That's cool. That'll be a cool little fight, but, you know, Kell Brook is kind of big. You know what I'm saying? So I need to see. But I need him to fight a couple more tough fights. Keith Thurman just came off a war. Andre Berto done had his wars. You know what I'm saying? And everybody ducking Earl, so I gotta give him his piece. Shout out to Earl. Shout out to Earl. And not Stevens. Everybody be ducking Earl, bro. Ducking Earl like they ain't trying to throw up. Don't nobody wanna see that man.
You think it's too high risk and the reward isn't there yet for them fighters?
Yeah, most definitely, of course. I think it's just the money ain't there. See, that's what people don't understand. Like, you could say, like, you want to fight these guys and try to make the fight, but they going to say, you know, we only going to pay you this much for this fight. And they can be like, well, hell no, because this motherfucker is clearly tough as fuck. The niggas won't fight Earl. They going to want $1 million to fight Earl because he going to win or lose. He going to be coming to your... trying to cook your eggs sunny side up, so you got to be careful.
Now, I got to talk to you about it. Canelo's under immense amount of pressure from the media, from boxing fans. He beat Cotto, became a lineal middleweight champion, gave up his WBC belt. Gennady Golovkin inherited it. Then he said he wanted to keep negotiating with Golovkin. Then a week later, they said they're not going to fight him until fall 2017. And now it looks like he's fighting Liam Smith. He's dropping back down to 154 to fight Liam Smith for his title. And a lot of people just feel Liam Smith, they don't know much about him. What do you think?
I think he should be fighting David Lemieux instead.
You like that fight?
Hell yeah, I think David Lemieux will beat him. And I love Canelo, but I like David Lemieux too.
Lemieux looked crispy on that on the undercard.
Crispy.
Versus Glenn Tapia, he looked sharp.
What's crispier than crispy?
Burnt.
That nigga burnt, blood.
He looked good versus Tapia.
Man, he chopped his ass up.
But that was a guy coming off a long layoff and a loss, but ain't coming up in way.
I don't care what, like, dog. David Lemieux is fast, explosive, and I want to see him fight Canelo, but Oscar don't even want to see that.
Because they both with Golden Boy.
Yeah, Oscar don't want that.
All right, so what? Okay, since Canelo's kind of in between two divisions, what are the best 3 fights for him at middleweight and the best 3 fights for him at 154 at junior middle?
Junior middle, David Lemieux.
That's not junior. That's middle.
Oh, he at middleweight now?
David Lemieux?
Yeah.
Yeah, remember he fought Golovkin?
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, junior middle. Boo Boo.
Okay.
Willie Nelson, even though he just lost to Boo Boo, but still, he still would be a problem for anybody. Don't ever get that shit twisted.
Why you say that?
Because with his height and his strength, you know what I'm saying? He just had a rough night. Them shits happen, you know what I'm saying? Not everybody can come out on top every single time. He fought an Olympian and somebody with just as much experience as him. Somebody that's good with a high knockout percentage, you know what I'm saying, higher than his. You know what I'm saying? Who's gonna fought some motherfuckers and everybody. See, first of all, people they weren't even supposed to fight. You know what I'm saying? They're the two most ducked people in the junior middleweight division. So they matched him up with each other. That was stupid.
That's the black murderers, bro.
Yeah, that was dumb, dog. They shouldn't have never. If I would have been, I'd have been like, no, I'm not fighting. But Willie had been wanting to get that work. So what can I say? But
now you sparred Boo Boo.
Yes, I did.
How was that experience?
It was cool. It was cool. It was pretty cool experience. Definitely sharp to the body. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting my get back. Hey, Boo Boo, I'm getting my fucking get back. Don't ever get that shit twisted. But shout out to my homie Boo Boo, he cool.
So Boo Boo, Willie Nelson, one more.
Boo Boo, Willie Nelson, and the bigger Charlo at 54.
Oh, the bigger, yeah, the taller one.
Or even JRock. Against,
that's a dangerous fight too.
That's a dangerous fight. But Canelo would never fight these dudes. If he do, I would be very surprised.
Why you say that?
Because, man, they protecting him. He's a money maker. He got a pretty face, pause, no homo. They want to build that, you know.
Do you think that's weird, since considering Oscar De La Hoya had a hell of a resume and he wasn't, you know what I mean, he was a singer and a golden boy, so he was like marketable too, Mexican American, but he had a good resume. Pernell Whitaker, Ike Cortez, Shane Mosley twice, Fernando Vargas. He
was the head of his own shit.
Tito Trinidad. I don't know when he was fighting. Did he? I don't know if he had golden boy the whole time. Rank. Was it all golden boy at that time?
I think so. I don't think it was with top rank anymore.
So if you were promoting Canelo, what would you do? What would be his next step? Would you just match him with one of those guys and see what happens?
I would get him, what I would do was I would match him with the lesser of the three, and then, but before I match him with the lesser of the three, I will put him in there with somebody who was similar to him to see how he did against that style. And if he didn't do bad, I will find another opponent that was similar to him until he got the style down, and then I will put him in there with him. That's how you do it. If you don't watch Floyd Mayweather, you don't know that. You fight a tall person, you get an opponent that's tall, you know what I'm saying, and you fight them and fight them under the lights to see how you do against it. And if you don't do as good as you should have done, then you do it again, and then you take the fight. You know what I'm saying? But
so you think Floyd is more strategic, fighting like a rough Maidana, then fighting Pacquiao?
Yes.
That helps him, even though they don't fight necessarily similar.
It's still, but it's still an awkward fighter. You know what I'm saying?
With power, that'll help you.
Yes.
All right, now middleweight. 3 fights for Canelo at middleweight.
3 fights for him?
Yeah, the best 3.
The best 3?
You said David Lemieux's 1.
Oh, at middleweight, David Lemieux, Danny Jacobs, and Golovkin.
All good. Does he beat any of those guys?
No, he does not.
Then why are they good fights if he loses to all of them?
Because it's still going to be exciting to watch. He's just too big for him.
Did any of them stop him?
Yeah, Danny Jacobs stops him. Golovkin stops him. Who else I said?
Lemieux.
I think it might go 12.
You think Lemieux wouldn't stop him, but Danny Jacobs would?
Yeah, Danny Jacobs is big as fuck.
Yeah, let me get your haircut. Let's see.
Get a piece of this action. It's D Styles, you feel me? East Oakland, repping. We getting him in here. You know what I'm saying?
So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.